And we are watching Marine One depart from the U.S. Capitol as former President Biden and former First Lady Jill Biden embarked on that next journey. And in fact, I did want to share this live look with you. This is Air Force One right here, there on the tarmac. President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump waving goodbye alongside Vice President Vance and Yusha Vance right there. And now a new era is ushered in to Capitol Hill, to Washington, D.C. This is a live look right here at Emancipation Hall, and this is where President Trump is expected to speak to this overflow crowd. Of course, hundreds of thousands of people coming to Washington, D.C. to witness history being made, the frigid temperatures forcing the plan to change. The swearing-in ceremony held inside the Capitol Rotunda, where just about 600 or so people were able to get inside. This is the overflow area inside the Capitol. This is Emancipation Hall, and the hundreds of people attending were able to witness the inauguration on a live video screen. We are expecting President Trump to address this crowd momentarily. As you can see, the podium with the presidential seal right there. And it's going to be a very busy day, Andrew, as after this, President Trump will be heading to the signing room for a ceremony there.
Yes, Stephanie, we're about to hear President Trump there. A massive overflow crowd. That's in the Capitol Visitors Center there. That's where you go in when you're getting a tour of the U.S. Capitol. And so you see some of these members that we have seen throughout the course of the day. And so this is the reality of why you could not have the inauguration outside. They're trying to jam-pack as many people in as possible. You see there Speaker Johnson taking the dais. And I just wanted to note, too, that the Bidens, the Harrises there, now departing Washington. The Bidens are headed to California for somewhat of a brief respite. And this is day one, hour one of the Trump administration, part two, if you will. And so he went over a number of executive actions he plans on taking today. And so we could see him signing some of those executive orders a little bit later on today, having to do with the environment, with the border, with energy independence, and the like here.
And as you said, this is hour one. This is going to be a very busy day as we continue our extended coverage here on Live Now from Fox, going from event to event as we are anticipating President Trump to be speaking to this overflow crowd in Emancipation Hall. And I have to wonder, Andrew, the tone, of course, delivering the inaugural address and now speaking to the crowd that is here in that overflow room. I'm interested in seeing, his message, his tone. Is it going to be a little more conversational, more fiery? We're just waiting in anticipation. It does look like perhaps there might be someone coming up to the podium, so I did want to raise the audio.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here as witnesses to President Trump's triumphant return to the White House. Right now, already this morning, you can feel it around the country. We certainly felt it here in the city. America is coming together and roaring back again, and it begins today, as the president just told us. I know we'd all rather be gathered together on the National Mall with hundreds of thousands of our closest friends, but our disappointment is well overcome with our excitement for the future that we feel today. We have the chance to make the next 4 years the most consequential period in our nation's history. And as Speaker of the House, it is my great pleasure, my great honor, to introduce to you the man who will lead us through this new golden age, the decisive winner of the Electoral College and the popular vote, the 45th and the 47th, and the greatest president of our lifetimes, Donald J. Trump.
Well, thank you all so much for being here. Was that a hell of a speech or what? That was, man. That was a good way to start it off. You know, I didn't know exactly what the president would put in that speech, and I hoped to myself that he wasn't going to hold back, and sir, you didn't hold back. That was a hell of a way to start the next 4 years, but I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, and I know I speak for the president and for all of us, thank you, thank you, thank you for making this possible. We love you. We wouldn't be here without you, and we're going to make America great again together for the next 4 years. And the last thing I'll say is, you know, having stood outside for about 5 minutes to wave goodbye to the Bidens, thank God we moved that thing indoors because it was a beautiful ceremony and it was cold as hell outside. So, sir, the 45th and 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
No, he's right. I looked, I said, oh, look at this beautiful sunny day. And we blew it. And then I went outside and we were freezing. You would have been very unhappy. The sun was very deceptive, I will tell you. It is cold out. And I'm sort of saying, you know, that was so beautiful today. Maybe they should do it there every 4 years. Does that make sense? I don't know. Because, you know, the outdoor thing is really good, but it gets a little cold around this time of the year. Some people have noticed. And a lot of times they suffer through it. There was no suffering in that room. It was 72 degrees. It was perfect with the best acoustics I think I've ever heard in a room. This is not so bad either. But I just want to say, you're a younger, far more beautiful audience that I just spoke to. And I want to keep it off the record. I want to keep that off the record. Because I don't want to have all those big shots up there. I don't want to think you're more powerful than them, you look better than them, and I love you. Now, we just had a great time. We just had a great day. This was amazing. You know, when you think we took a journey, I mentioned in the speech, a lot of people said that was not a journey that was possible, and it was indeed possible. I didn't really know too much about what they were saying when they said that, but a lot of people felt it, and we hooked up with JD very early. I watched JD over a period of time. I endorsed him in Ohio. He was a great senator, and very, very smart. The only one smarter than him was his wife. That was, I would have chosen her, but somehow the line of succession didn't work that way, right? But now she's great and he's great. This is a great, beautiful couple and unbelievable career. I just said to him, you are very upwardly mobile, because he hasn't been doing it that long, but he picked it up so quickly. Remember, the first week was a little bit like the fake news was hitting him really hard. And I said, oh, this may be tough, but after that, it was smooth sailing for him. He took on everybody. He took on the meanest. I don't want to use the word corrupt because we're into a new system, so let's wait till the corruption begins, because it will. But he took on some pretty mean people, and he handled it well. I want to also congratulate Mike Johnson for the job that he's doing.